Hello everyone, welcome to the mathematical session. I am Anil Kumar, mathematics faculty. Come on, let us discuss the second chapter, relations and functions, so which is generally called as set theory. Okay, exemplar problems, exercise 2.3, which will be important for JEE means, Karnataka CET and NDA exam. Let us quickly go to the first problem. Okay. Solution. Number of elements in M it is given, and the number of elements in B is given. So number of elements in A cross B is M into N it is. So what they are asking, total number of non-empty relations that are associated or that can be defined from A to B. Okay, so relation, it is nothing but R is a relation, it is a subset of Cartesian product, means number of subsets of Cartesian product. Okay, number of subsets of Cartesian product, or you can write number of relations from A to B. Okay, both and the same. Okay, this you can write 2 raised to M into M. So but they have asked non-empty relation. So in this empty relation, one it is there, one it is present. So therefore number of non-empty relation is equals to 2 raised to M into N minus 1. So if you subtract 1, that is empty relation, you are getting non-empty relations from A to B. The option D is the correct one. Next question. Okay. So solution. Okay, this is one quadratic equation is given. So this box denotes the greatest integer function. So what is greatest integer function? So integer function, if you take is 2.1, the answer, the integer you will get. Any decimal point, if you take 2.2, you will get 2 as an answer. If you take 2.5 box, that is greatest integer of 2.5 is 2. Okay, likewise you can take 2.9, so it is 2 only. If you take 2.99, even it is 2. If you take 3, then it becomes 3, like this. So on a number line, so 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. Okay, so if you take any number here, that the greatest integer of this number will be equal to this integer. If you take any number here, the greatest integer of this number will be equal to 3 towards the nearest integer towards left hand side. If you take any integer here, any number, okay, so its greatest integer value will be 4. Okay, using that concept you can solve this problem. So that is greatest integer square minus 5 times greatest integer of x plus 6 is equals to 0. This implies, if you take it as a quadratic equation and simplify, you are getting answer x minus 2 greatest integer of x minus 3 is equals to 0. Okay. So this indicates that greatest integer of x is 2 or greatest integer of x is 3. Okay, this is what they are asking. So then if you take 2 and 3, 2 and 3, so if you take any number here, you are getting this. If you take any number up to 3, so x is equals to the greatest integer. So what you can write here, so D is the answer here. So 4 is there. Okay. So from 2 if you start, 2 you substitute, 2 you are getting. So this condition is satisfied. Okay, you take any number, it will get in between 2 and 3 you are getting integer 2. In between 3 and 4, any number if you take 3 as an answer, so up to, so excluding this part and including 2, so all the values of x will satisfy these two conditions. Okay, so this implies x belongs to 2, 4, like this. Okay, so therefore this is the answer you are having. D is the option. D is the option you are having. Next question. Okay, range of f of x. Here you can see y is equals to f of x. All the x values for which the function is defined is known as domain. All the f of x values for which the function value exists, it is a range of function, or all the y values are called range. Okay, all the x values are called domain of the function for which the function is defined. All the f of x values which are existing known as a range value, or all the y values. Okay, so here we are supposed to find f of x values. Range means f of x values. So solution for this. Okay. Since so what is the range of cos x? The range of cos x is minus cos x less than or equal to x. Okay. So if you multiply minus sign, it will interchange. Okay, the equation will be interchanged. It will be as this. If you multiply thoroughly minus sign, okay, the inequality changes. Next, minus v. So 2 if you, so instead of 2 you apply. Okay, whenever a is okay greater than b, minus if you multiply, the inequality changes. This concept, so inequality changes. Next 2 you got plus 1. If you add or subtract anything, the sign of the inequality does not change. Add 1 year, 1 year. Okay. So this indicates minus 1. The middle term as it is, and 3 here. If I take the reciprocal, okay, so minus 1 reciprocal is 1 divided by 1 by the middle term, 1 by 3. This is what we are having. So now what is the meaning? The meaning here is minus 1 less than or equal to f of x less than or equal to 1 by 3. What does it indicate? F of x belongs to minus 1 comma 1 by 3 here, so which is nothing but range of function. Initially I told all the f of x values which exist for the value of x, the values are called the range of a function, or all the y values. Okay, f of x values we have found here. So the answer here is B option. Next question. Next question solution. F of x is given here. Okay, so any one condition. In all the conditions you can see f of x into f of x. So you will find that value first. F of xy is equals to square root of x square y square. This is one part. Next, f of x into f of y. Which condition it is satisfying? 1 plus x square into 1 plus square root. So this indicates the square root of 1 plus x square, 1 plus y square. So if you multiply it inside, what you are getting? 1 y square x square y square. So this is what you got, f of x into f of y. Okay, then what you can see, whether f of x is greater than or equal to, so we can write it as f of x y is less than or equal to f of x into f of, because you can see one is there, x square y square, additional two terms are there, so this term is greater than, so because here only 1 plus x square y square is there under the square root. Here 1 plus x square y square plus the additional terms are there, y square plus x square it is there, so the term f of x into f of y is greater than f of xy, or there it is equal. Okay. So here C is the option. Next question, the domain of the square root of a square minus x square. So under square root, if any function is there, okay, so this indicates that f of x should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so using that idea we will find what is domain. I said, so all the x values for which this square root exists, since a square minus x square is greater than or equal to 0. So if you interchange x square minus a square, the inequality changes, or multiply minus sign. When you multiply minus sign or divide it by minus sign, then the sign of the inequality changes. So here x minus a, x plus a is less than or equal. So here we will draw a number line. So here minus a is there, here plus a is there. Okay, extreme right hand side plus sign, minus sign, plus sign. So how to choose that? This is divided into three intervals. Okay, here infinity, negative, positive. Okay, so x lies in which interval? It depends on the inequality. Negative, less than 0 means negative. So equal sign indicates this both points are included. Equal sign indicates the numbers are included. So this implies that x should belong to this negative interval. Okay, x should exist in negative interval because negative inequality is there. So minus a to plus c, so closed interval because of equal sign, closed interval because of equal sign. So here is the domain. So what I told, all the x values for which the function is defined. Function is defined only when the inner term is greater than or equal to 0. That is the inner term function f of x is greater than or equal to 0. So this is called the domain of the function. Okay. Next question. Okay, solution. F of x is equals to ax plus b. Now f of minus 1 is equals to 5, it is given. This indicates minus 1, if you substitute, minus a plus b is equals to, so this is equation 1. Second one, f of 3 is equals to 3, it is, okay, 3a plus b is equals to 3 here. This is second equation. So if you solve it simultaneously, okay, minus cancel out. Okay, minus 4a is equals to minus 8, plus minus gets cancelled 2 times. So this indicates a is equals to 2. Okay, a is equals to 2 in these two cases is there. So if you substitute in first equation, okay, so therefore minus 2 plus b is equals to minus 5. So this it's b is equals to minus 3 is the answer. So a is 2, b is minus 3. This is the answer you have. Next question. So f of x is given by the two terms are given. We have to find the domain of the given function. So first term we will find the x values, so for which values of x this term exists, and here also we will find the x for which the term exists, and we will take the intersection of it. As we all know, since under square root it has to be greater than or equal to 0, then only the square root is defined. 4 minus x should be greater than or equal to 0, and 1 divided by square root of 1 plus x, 1 divided by square root of f of x or any term if you take. So this is defined only when f of x is greater than 0. Okay, so you should not write equal to 0. If at all it is equal to 0, 1 divided by 0 is undefined in mathematics. So I will take x square minus 1 greater than 0. So this implies, so if I multiply minus sign, the sign of the inequality is changed, and the square, you can do it like this, a square plus b square formula, a square minus b square formula. Okay. X minus 1, x plus 1 greater than 0. This implies x is less than or equal to 4, and okay, you can see x minus 1, x plus 1 greater than 0. Okay. So now we will draw a number line. This is the number line we are having. Okay. We will mark these points. So minus 1, plus 1, plus 4. Okay, so we are infinity, positive infinity, and negative infinity. So if I take this interval, okay, so first let me take this. Okay, on extreme right hand side you can see plus sign, minus, plus for this inequality. For this inequality is positive, so positive intervals you have to take. So positive intervals you have to take means, so equal sign is not there, you can take here, so it satisfies this part, and positive intervals you have to take. So for the first equation, for the second equation, for the second inequality, you can take these two intervals, means x belongs to these two intervals. Okay, next one. Okay. So next I will mark here somewhere here 4 I will mark plus 4. Okay, so it is less than 4, you can see. The first inequality is less than 4, so I will mark 4 is also included, and less than inequalities, less than, all the values less than 4. This is what we are having. We have to take the intersection of this. Take the intersection of this. How do we take the intersection of this? Draw the perpendicular line. So therefore x belongs to, okay, so here green line and black line, so minus infinity to 1 it is excluded, here included, excluded only because it is intersection, union. Next here you can see green line is there, black line is not there, so we cannot take this interval. Next here green line, black line both are there, we can take this interval, so it is plus 1. Plus 1 included or not, so here you can see round circle, so here it is included, excluded, so we will take it as excluded. Minus 1 union, so here you can see here it is included, here also include, both are included, then plus 4 we have to take. Okay, so again here the green line is not there, black line is there. So the intervals of the last one and this part. Yeah, this is what the solution for the domain of x. So which exactly it follows? It follows this B option. B option is the correct one. Next question: domain and range of this function. I already told denominator if at all equal to 0. Denominator if at all equal to 0, the function is undefined. So solution f of x is equals to 4 minus x, x minus 4. Okay, the function f of x is defined when it is defined when x minus 4 is not equal to 0. This indicates x is not equal to 4. So if x is not equal to 4, then the function is defined, means all the real numbers. So this indicates all the values of all the real number except 4, it is defined. So this implies domain of x belongs to r minus, or we will write equivalent to minus 4. It is r minus 4 in your. So do you want directly, you can take this option, or else you want range also. I will calculate and show you. F of x is equals to 4 minus x, x minus 4. So if I take numerator common, minus sign, okay, so I will cancel out this and minus 1. So this is a constant function. This is a constant f of x. Whatever the value of x, if you substitute, you are getting minus 1 only. F of x value you are getting only one value, that is minus 1. So the range of this function is constant function. Constant function is nothing but it is the constant value, that is s set minus 1. Okay, here it is. So this completes problem. Next one. Okay. So domain and range of this f of x square root, under square root I already told the square root. So domain concept. Domain concept, x minus 1 should be greater than or equal to 0. This implies x should be greater than or equal to, so this implies x should belong to 1 to infinity. This implies the domain of f is nothing but 1 to infinity. Sorry, it is open. Next, this is about the which one of the following. So here it is open is. So here either the second option or last option. The range, how you have to find the range, you can see the first value you substitute in this. Okay, f of 1, if you substitute square root of 1 minus 1, 0. So the initial value, final value is infinity. So you can say that f of x will belong to 0 to infinity. Okay, the minimum value, this is the maximum value. Therefore range of f is nothing but 0 to infinity, or you can directly predict from 0 to infinity, or whatever the value of x, it cannot be negative. Next question. Solution. So numerator denominator should not be equal to 0 when the function is defined. Okay, f is defined if x square minus x minus 6 is not equal to 0. So if you find a quadratic equation, that is minus 3 plus 2x minus 6 is not equal to 0. So minus 3 is not equal to 0. X plus 2, x minus 3 is not equal to 0. This indicates x plus 2 is not equal to 0, x minus 3 is not equal to 0, x minus 2 is not equal to minus 2, x minus 3 is not equal to 3. So therefore x belongs to all the real numbers except minus 2 and minus 3. So domain of f is nothing but all the real number except minus 2 and minus 3. Minus 2 and minus 3. So which is the answer you have? Minus 2 and 3. So A is the option. Domain and range. So what is domain? What is range? So domain of the function you can see easily predict all the values of x for which the function is defined. Okay, modulus of x you can substitute any real number. Okay, because it is defined for all the real numbers, because this denominator is not there, square root is not there, modulus function is there. In modulus function can substitute any of the real number in modulus function, except only when it is not in the denominator, but here it is not in the denominator. This indicates that x belongs to all the real numbers. This implies that domain of f is real numbers. So only two options are there, B and D. So now what is range? So this is D of f, the range of f. So modulus function. So modulus function you have to find f of x value. So it is greater than or equal to 0. So minus I want. So minus sign, if I multiply, the inequality sign changes. Okay, if I add 2, okay, the inequality sign does not change. Okay, so this implies this is f of x function less than or equal to 2. Okay, this indicates f of x belongs to minus infinity to 2 is closed. Okay, so therefore range of f is nothing but minus infinity to plus 2 is closed. So which one you can follow? So the second option is the correct one. Next one. So domain for which the functions, that is f of x function is given, f of x function is given and g of x function are equal. Okay, you have to find the values of x for which these f of x and g of x are equal. So f of x is equals to g of x. If you find the values of x, that itself is the domain. So this indicates 3x square minus 1, 3x, 3 plus x. If you take it to the other side, 3x square minus x plus minus 4 is equals to 0. Yeah. If you solve this quadratic equation, so minus 12, you are getting minus 12, how you can get 3 plus 3 minus 4x, you can take it as a solution. So if you take 3x common, x plus 1, take minus 4, x plus 1 is common, x plus 1 is to 0. So here indicates x is equals to minus 1, x is equals to 4 by 3. Okay, so only for minus 1 the f of x is equals to g of x. Only for 4 by 3 the f of x is equals to g of x. Only for these two values. So x belongs to the set, very important, not interval, the set it is. So all the x values for which this equality is defined, only the two values. So domain is nothing but it is a set minus 1, 4 by 3. Which option it is? C option is the correct one. Thank you everyone.